I'm on a boat butting through the sea north of Scotland. We left Stromness on Orkney at 8 o'clock this morning, heading west. Now we are nearing a tiny island called Sula Scary. It's a 35-acre rock whose highest point sits only 12 meters above the waves. No one lives there except puffins, gannets, and storm petrels. The only building is a lighthouse, the most isolated in Britain, and that's why we're traveling there today. A month ago, 3 engineers were dropped off to repair the lighthouse. A week later, communication with them was suddenly lost. Bad storms have since made contact impossible, but now there's been a break in the weather, and I'm joining a group of armed Marines to land on the island and see what happened. We just landed to be met by one of the engineers. He seems physically healthy, but unable to speak. Something has happened to him. At the foot of the lighthouse, sitting in a large pool of guano, is another of the engineers. He too cannot speak, and he seems similarly distressed, but otherwise all right. The situation is very strange. We found the 3rd engineer at the other side of the island, walking in circles, holding his ears and moaning the words, "Stop it, please, stop it." The Marines have managed to disable the lock of the lighthouse door and they've gone in. I'm following them. At first, it's eerily quiet in here, away from the constant wind outside. But there is a noise, an insistent drumming from above. I'll try going upstairs. I'm outside the door to the living quarters. The noise is coming from within. This must be what drove the engineers mad. The Marines don't want to go any further. They don't want me to go any further, but I will. I must. I'm going to open the door. Oh my God, not here. Oh, those poor engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Big Muddler. Miles of mindless mayhem. Gosh, it does get about, doesn't it? But wherever the Big Muddler emerges, you can be sure of one thing: variety. And we all need variety. Talking of variety, here are 2 entertainers from the old days, chatting away in a podcast we found in the vaults of the Light program.
Say goodbye to sadness, bid farewell to fear, dance around the kitchen, have another beer. Outside it may be raining, but that don't bother me. For now the party's started, the rest is jollity. So I told the young lady in no uncertain terms she'd have to land her aeroplane somewhere else.
How did she take it?
Where did she take it, more like? Beaconsfield, I think. Oh, we're on.
Ah, listener, welcome back to The Rest is Jollity. I'm Melbury Samford, bon vivant, leg spinner, and all-round good egg.
I like them scrambled, like my pilots. Well, I'm Worth Matravers. Call me anything, just don't call me late for tiffin. Now, Mellors, I must say, your hair is looking very sharp today.
Ah, thank you, Worthy. Would you like to know why?
I think you're going to tell me.
I think I am.
Then do so.
I shall indeed. My hair is looking, as you say, sharp. There are other words we might use to describe it, like lustrous,
Gleaming.
burnish,
Shining.
luminous,
I think our listener gets your point.
brilliant,
There's more.
satiny, glistening, glossy.
Many more.
But how, you may ask, do I secure such shimmer?
And I do ask. It fair dazzles me to share a studio with you. I need to know what's given your locks such luster.
Well, it's simple. I've started using Kreml hair tonic.
You haven't.
I have, and boy has it brought a bounce to my bonds. Kreml hair tonic is a wonderful addition to my dressing routine. Used regularly, it keeps my scalp clean and my hair brilliant. It also removes dandruff scales and checks excessive falling hair.
Listener, you wouldn't believe how much we used to have to clean off the desk after a recording.
Well,
Heaps of scaly dandruff, piles of errant hairs.
I don't think we need to talk about that.
And the cleaner resigned, saying, "You can't pay me enough to make it worth clearing up the scaly debris from that man's head."
Now you're exaggerating.
Sorry, old fellow, just trying to position the product well.
No, I think you're trying to embarrass me and lead the imagination of our noble listener.
Guilty as charged. This show is called The Rest is Jollity. But in all seriousness, folks, Mella's hair has never looked better.
Yes, Kreml hair tonic keeps me naturally well groomed.
But I must ask,
Ask away.
how can our listener enjoy the same fine locks?
Simple. Just ask your barber for Kreml hair tonic. And while you're there, why not also score some Kreml shampoo? Made from an 80% olive oil base, it leaves your scalp tingling clean.
Gosh, you lucky listener, I might even try some myself.
I wish you would.
Maybe I'll take home one of those free samples.
No, those are mine. You must ask Luigi, the man who battles your curls each week.
Will he have some?
Yes. Kreml hair tonic is available wherever you get your hair cut. Why not buy several packs at once?
Really?
So you can be sure that every day is a great hair day.
What a thought. And with that in mind, let's head on with the show. And today we're asking, has anything funny happened to you while wearing a pair of +4s? Hello, I'm Milton Abbas from sister program The Rest is Poison, where we take time to examine crime. And this week's case is a zinger, quite literally. Johnny Townsfield was a high school teacher by day, but by night he was a zinger, no, a singer in the clubs of Cleveland. But he's not zinging now. For early last Sunday, the local garbage boys found something unexpected in the trash. It was Johnny, and he'd been strangled by a microphone cord. But who did the dirty deed? Was it club owner Zach protecting his secrets? Or Chantel, the dusky chanteuse who hated sharing the limelight? Or maybe that stranger with the toupee from out of town? Find out on The Rest is Poison. And remember, shh, trust nobody.
Time, I'm afraid, to return to a field in Suffolk. Last summer, the big muddler made a most unwelcome intrusion to the Folk East Festival, where the warm, bewildered audience endured some terrible animal puns and a woefully out-of-tune ukulele. In the spirit of shared suffering, here's some of that intrusion.
Oh, that's close enough. Well, now, there's an animal being reintroduced in Britain. A damn fine animal, if you know what I mean. And here we find it reintroduced to a Peggy Lee song. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a beaver that's so hard to pet. You give me fever when you kiss me. beaver, when you hold me tight. Beaver in the morning, beaver right through the night. You give me. Now you know what I mean by damn animal. Yeah, the cute little beaver. What did you think I meant? I first heard that version in 1991. True story, folks. I was in Las Vegas. I was in a late-night bar. It was a Lynchian bar. It was like something out of Blue Velvet. And there was a lounge singer. And he sang that very version. And it's stuck in my mind ever since. But then there's another song that actually encapsulates that incident. And this is a song by Elvis. Do you want some Elvis? Yes, I know. Folk East. I think possibly the first Elvis sung this weekend. Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so set those stakes up high. There's 1,000 women living out there, and they're all living devil may care, and I'm just a devil with love to care. So Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva, Viva Las Vegas. Thank you, Rush, thank you, Rush, thank you, Rush. Don't worry, I'll stop the beaver gags there, don't worry. Although they're the favourites of my friend Anita Bush. But we'll get cleaner now and more surreal. It's time to talk about selkies. I'm sure, you being a folky audience, you'll know about the myths of selkies. Creatures betwixt animal and human, half seal, half person. And there are lots of folk songs about selkies. I am a man upon the land. I am a selkie in the sea, and when I'm far from every strand, my home it is in so scary. But that's not the song I'm going to sing to you tonight, because there is actually a very famous selkie song, which is a country song. Did you know that? It's by Kenny Rogers. You're going to know this. You really are, and you're going to... Well, I don't know what you're going to do. Well, you were a selkie. Well, that's what you told me. Well, I'd have sworn you were a girl. A right comely woman. Oh, you gave me good loving, but I never did understand. I'd have cause to regret once you got your feet wet, for a selkie as I've come to know, on hitting the water, can swim like an otter and balance a ball on her nose. You picked a fine time to leave me, you seal. But baby, you bore me, just makes my head reel. He'll only eat kippers, he's got 4 lovely flippers, and he loves to dive down the well for his meal. You picked a fine time to leave me, you see. You didn't know that, did you?
Hi, I'm Roger from Ricelet Robots, and I'd like to talk to you about GASP. G-A-S-P. That's Generational Adjustment Special Programming. Here at Ricelet Robots, we like to help families bridge the generation gap. If you're struggling to understand your grandchildren, then you need Last Gasp, our senior program. Here you can learn how to double screen, scrolling TikToks on your phone while watching telly, and fight those fidgets by adding your laptop too for classic treble screening. Turn on subtitles, turn off volume. That way you can follow several stories at once without triggering anyone's noise sensitivity. And whatever you do, don't call your grandkids out of the blue. Phones aren't for talking on. But when you are talking, don't boom. No one wants to hear you bought your first flat at 24, or you've maxed out your ISA subs. Boomers, be quiet. Peace at last, peace at home. Sign up for Last Gasp now from Ricelip Robots. Coming soon, Gasp Away, the new junior program for tuning into your grandparents. Talk more slowly. Yes, they think at half your speed or less. Floppy disk is not a medical term. It's how they learn to compute. And get ready for them asking how you live without a landline. Just smile. Think of Gasp Away as an investment in your future inheritance. Sign up now at Ricelip Robots. And now back to the land of soap. Last time we were on the beach, Ray had stormed off, and the band were adjusting to a new star guitarist. I wonder how that worked out. They're wild, they're snappy, but they're seldom happy. They came in on the wrong tide, got washed up on the sand. They got nowhere left to hide, so they formed themselves a band. They're great crustaceans, great crustaceans. They're great crustaceans. Right, let me get this straight. You want me to rejoin the band?
Well,
You want Raymond Scabies, known as Razors or Ray, to assume once again his position as lead guitarist of Great Crustaceans.
I suppose it's...
You want everything to be forgotten and forgiven, as though nothing's happened.
Well, maybe we could...
But the real question is whether Raymond Scabies wants to be part of Great Crustaceans again.
Oh, Ray.
I mean, let's revisit some of what's happened to the band since Ray's been away. You took on a new lead guitarist, a famous rocker called Bonnie Snap. Now, how did that work out for you?
Well, it's not.
I'll tell you how that worked out. Not very well. You see, Bonnie was a bit demanding. She insisted on rehearsing at night, when you're usually fast asleep. She brought in her pal Jimmy on keyboards, but Jimmy had wandering hands. Not surprising for an octopus, especially one who just happens to be on the offenders register. She brought in her pal Janine to, quote, look after her claws. But Janine didn't have time for that. She was too busy looking after her cocaine. Now, was Bonnie a good bandmate? Well, she insisted the group be renamed in her name. Did she play the band's own material? Did she heck? Was she brought in for a specific booking? Yes, a wedding. Was there special repertoire for this booking? Yes, and it was shit. But it was what they wanted. And did Bonnie play it? No, she didn't. She insisted on playing her own songs, which are 40 years old and, shall we say, show it. And had the bride and groom heard of Bonnie Snap? No. And did they enjoy her songs? No. They both cried on their wedding day, and not in a good way.
Ray, we know all this.
Hold on, Squid. I now get to the best bit. And is the result of all this that Bonnie Snap returned to the Sandy Dunes Rehab Resort? Yes. And even better, is Great Crustaceans now banned from playing any wedding at any venue anywhere? Yes. Yes. And thrice. Yes. Oh, happy day. Oh, Lord, these trespasses are forgiven. And Raymond Scabies would be delighted to rejoin the band. Jolly good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm sure we can work it out.
But I think we need a few changes around here.
Ray, please don't kick us when we're down. It would be lovely to have you back. We don't need to change. It'll be like the old days, won't it, Spider?
I suppose so. And to celebrate, I've written another song.
No.
Just kidding. Well, I have written another song, but I'll save it for later.
That's excellent news. I mean, that you'll save it for later. But most importantly, that Ray, you're now back in the band. And I'm sure that with you here, Great Crustaceans will be bigger and bolder than ever before.
If you want big and bold, rather than stoned and old, then there's stuff we need to talk about.
What do you mean?
Yes, Ray, what's on your mind?
I've got some ideas.
Ideas about what?
Musical direction.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't we schedule some time to really talk that through? Maybe after Easter.
I think a bit sooner than that.
It's too important to rush. That will give us time to think about it.
No, I think it's got to be a lot sooner. I suppose
What's
so.
on your
They're wild. They're snappy. But they're seldom happy. They came in on the wrong tide, got washed up on the sand. They got nowhere left to hide, so they formed themselves a band. They're great crustaceans, great crustaceans. They're great crustaceans. We're back at Folk East Festival in Suffolk for another animal-related song, but this one's a bit ghostly, and the ukulele is still well out of tune.
Well, we'll continue with this theme of human sea creatures, right? And let's return to the folk world. There are a lot of songs in the folk world about drowned lovers returning from the deep, especially ones who've been drowned in the lowlands. I'm sure you know this one, do sing along. I dreamed a dream the other night, lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night, lowlands away. But that's not the song I'm going to sing you. Oh no! I'm going to sing a song about lowlands now. And it really dwells on the notion of strange creatures who want to lure us into the deep. And again, you might know it. I met her in a pub down in Lowestoft, where if you drink champagne, it tastes just like Gorgonzola. Z-O-L-A, Zola. Her face was pale, her hair was wet and green, and when I asked her, darling, where have you been? She said, the lowlands, la 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 lowlands, la 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 lowlands. Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy, but when we kissed, a chill ran down my thigh from my lowlands. Well, I'm not dumb, but I don't understand how when she crossed the room, she didn't touch the ground in my lowlands. La 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 lowlands, la 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 lowlands. Well, she led me out to beside the quay. Her ways were friendly, her ways were free. She took my hand and looked out to sea and said, dear boy, won't you come home with me? Well, I'm not the world's most adventurous guy, but when I looked in her eye, I almost left with my lowlands. La 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 lowlands, la 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 lowlands. Thank you very much.
It will take us 5 hours to sail back to Orkney, then a couple more hours to wash the guano out of our clothes and hair. Sula Scary has left its mark on the team, but I fear the big muddler has deeply damaged those 3 trapped engineers. Ah well, they're not the first, and nothing seems to stop the big muddler wreaking its havoc. Who knows where it will turn up next? Well, one person who might know is the sheriff of these shenanigans, Matthew Crampton. But he's keeping pretty quiet right now. Let's hope that lasts.